Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, I'm attempting to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you could click the button, it would really help out and I'd appreciate it. All right, so we're here today to take a look at a Queen box set, News of the World. It's the 40th anniversary edition and it came out in 2017. It contains one LP, 3 CDs, and a DVD. But before we jump into that, I'd like to go back and give you guys just a little bit of history, at least to bring us up to 1977 when the album came out. So before Queen got its start, Brian May and Roger Taylor started in a band called Smile with Tim Staffel. They recorded 6 songs together and released it on a vinyl as Ghost of a Smile. I've got this one here. This is a Japanese reproduction or mini LP style of that album. This is called Gettin' Smile because it's got those 6 tracks plus a bunch of bonus stuff, live versions and some other things. There's a separate review for this on my channel if you're interested in checking that out in more detail. In 1970, they disbanded because Tim decided to leave and try his hand at another band. Hindsight's always 20/20. Obviously, he should have stayed with Queen, but then there probably wouldn't be Queen the way we know it as today if he had stayed. So things being what they are, maybe for the best. Now at this point, Brian May and Roger Taylor then formed a new band, adding bassist John Deacon and Freddie Mercury on vocals, replacing Tim. Freddie was actually the one who suggested the name Queen, and their debut album came out in 1973. This one here, and it was followed by Queen 2 and Sheer Heart Attack, which both came out in 1974, which I just love, the fact that bands back then could put out albums like every 6 months, and man, I wish bands still did stuff like that today. Very few do. Following that, in 1975, they released A Night at the Opera, which was the first time they really kind of broke through and started to hit the big time. Incidentally, the name of the album comes from a Marx Brothers film, and it contained the huge monumental hit Bohemian Rhapsody. It spent 9 weeks at #1 in the UK, and it has since sold 3 million copies in the US. Now, they followed that up in 1976 with A Day at the Races. And this album here contains Somebody to Love and Tie Your Mother Down. The title of that also is from a Marx Brothers film, so they were doing these two in tandem with each other, which is always pretty cool. And the album has since sold 1 million copies. And then that brings us to 1977 and the album we're here to talk about, News of the World. And this one, due to the musical climate changes at the time where punk was really on the rise and prog rock and symphonic rock were really starting to wane, they chose to simplify their symphonic sound to sort of address that. And sort of the big tracks off there, this album contains that 1-2 punch of We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. At the time they weren't released in that manner, but now today you couldn't imagine hearing those 2 songs separately. They always come paired together. The album has since sold 4 million copies in the US, and the album art on the one that you can see behind me there, the original, because as you see here, they redid it for the box set, was done by American sci-fi artist Frank Kelly Frears. But I thought it was kind of cool that they got this guy to do it. So, brings us up, we're here now with the 40th anniversary edition box set of this. Now, as I said, it's got 1 LP, 3 CDs, and 1 DVD. The LP is a pure analog cut of the original album, which is cool. The first CD is News of the World, the 2011 Bob Ludwig remaster of this. Then the second CD is called Raw Sessions, and it contains alternate versions, rough mixes, demos, early takes, live and acoustic versions. And the cool thing is the track listing of this Raw Sessions is the same order as the standard album is. So it's really like listening to an alternate take of the album. The third CD is called Bonus Tracks, which contains BBC sessions, instrumental takes, radio edits, and live versions. And then the DVD is called American Dream, and it's a cool documentary with stuff, period, from the time in the studio and some live stuff. I'm not going to run through all of the track listing on this, but I will do real briefly the sorry, we'll do the bonus tracks on this. So it's got Feelings, take number 10 from 77. Then it's got We Will Rock You BBC session, and We Will Rock You the fast version from the BBC sessions. Spread Your Wings, It's Late, My Melancholy Blues, all from the BBC sessions. Then it's got We Will Rock You the backing track, along with We Are the Champions backing track, followed by 3 instrumentals: Spread Your Wings, Fight from the Inside, Get Down, Make Love. Then It's Late, which is the US radio edit from 1978. And then it's got a whole bunch of live tracks here: Sheer Heart Attack, We Will Rock You, My Melancholy Blues, Get Down, Make Love, Spread Your Wings, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. All right, so let's take a look at this box. That's the front, and there's the back side of it. When this came out, though, it did have this on the back side explaining everything. That was the track listing and everything I was just running through. There's nothing on the spines of this. This just lifts off. It's a lift top. I really like that they put this cool imagery on the inside. I think it looks sort of like Christmas paper. It's the red Q from Queen with the robot head in it. But a lot of times those insides of the boxes are just plain and nothing to them, so that was kind of cool. And then when you lift that off, you get these things here. You get this cool Queen backstage pass, which we'll look at in just a second. This press release, and I'll open that up. And then you get some memorabilia and stuff. And it all lifts out from this red ribbon. So we do get this memorabilia packet that I will go into in a moment. You can see the vinyl right there. I haven't taken mine out of the plastic. And then you have the book itself that's in here, and we will get to that also in just a moment. All right, so first thing, this cool press release, which is done to look like the newspaper, hence the title News of the World. And again, this is you know, how they used to do these things. Not having the internet and stuff, the record labels had to hand out press clippings and releases so that journalists knew what to write about. And then this cool backstage pass, and I like it that it has the actual clip on it. All right, as I previously showed you real quickly, it does come with the vinyl, pure analog cut. I haven't opened this, but this is the gatefold edition of it. And then there's that cool artwork by Frank Kelly Frears, the sci-fi artist. All right, and then we get this cool memorabilia envelope, and you can see it just lifts open like that. And when we do that, we get some stuff here. Start with this envelope before we get to a couple posters. I'm going to slide everything out here. Okay, right away, get these cool photos of the band. Again, probably would have come with press clippings and whatnot. It's on photo paper, it's glossy, which is really cool. Brian May, Roger Taylor, Freddie Mercury. Then we got some band shots. Nice one there. Another good one. But this one here is my favorite of them. Look at that one. All right. And then some stickers come with this. In the 70s, stickers were really big. You'd get these inside your vinyls often. You know, it doesn't really happen much anymore. Kind of actually moved to like patches and things in the 80s. And then this cool press release. And I like it because it's actually like it was typed up just back in the day, you know, before things could be computer printed and all that kind of stuff. And the cool thing is like 6 pages or so, but it's double-sided and everything. It's very cool the way this is done on here. So like 11 or 12 total pages worth of stuff. All right, and then a couple posters come with this. We get this one here, very cool, and one with the art, like the gatefold, fully opening there. And then another one here, which I really like that one there, where he's reaching for everyone running away. That's some really great art. I don't know if you saw him on the last tour or so. They reproduced, when they were kind of touring around this, they reproduced the robot guy in the stage, and it looked like he was sort of hugging it or holding it together, which was really quite awesome. And incidentally, there's a live version of one of the tracks on my channel as well, if you want to check it out and see what I was seeing in that. All right, so you get this cool book here. It's got that sort of a Christmas wrapping paper design that I was talking about because of the repetition of the Q and the robot head there. But that's also where you get that again. And this is a very cool like coffee table style book because it's just full of photos. It's not any kind of write-up or history or anything in here, but you get some really great shots if you just check those out there. Some other iconic images in here. Look at that big shot there of Brian May back in the day. All right. And then in the back of this, I get to it here, you get the CDs, right? And then the DVDs. So you get the standard album, the raw sessions, the bonus tracks, and the DVD itself. And that's the back side of this. All right, so in wrapping up, Queen have released 15 studio albums with Freddie Mercury. That includes the one posthumous release, Made in Heaven, that was completed after he had passed away. They've also made one album, studio album with Paul Rogers, who's from Bad Company. Their current frontman is former American Idol runner-up Adam Lambert. He's actually been with them for about 10 years now. And the band themselves, they've sold over 200 million albums worldwide, which is just stunning in my opinion. And they're still touring to this day. So, you know, when this whole COVID-19 thing, you know, gets squared away and whatnot, and bands get back to touring, they are to reschedule their tour and should be back out on the road. Do check them out. I've seen them twice with Adam Lambert, and I think they're absolutely stunning with him. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.